You have more than made it through that 17 years. And there must have been so many moments where you've had some really pivotal chats that have got you through. Is there a great chat that you've had that's had a really big impact on you?
I remember the year that I performed with Queen at the Oscars. It was the year that Bohemian Rhapsody was nominated, and we opened the Academy Awards. And I went to an after party afterwards. There was a bunch of after parties. It was a wild night. And this was the one that Madonna's manager hosts. And Gaga showed up. You know, Gaga won an Oscar that year for the song from Star is Born.
Yeah.
You know, that big, beautiful song. And she came into the party in her beautiful black gown, and she had her award in her hand still. She was carrying it. And I was with my partner at the time, and we were outside seated, just kind of taking a break with a drink. And she came out to kind of do the same thing. She wanted some air, and she saw me, and we're like we're not like besties or anything, but like she wrote a song on my first album. We've worked together before. We sang together on stage with Queen, so we know who each other are.
You're friendly,
yeah, acquaintances. So she came and sat by me, I was like, oh, hi, you look great. I love your dress. And she goes, do you want to hold it? And I held the Oscar, which is great. And she's really cool because she seems, she's so otherworldly when she's on and she's performing or even doing promo. But when you actually talk to her one-on-one, she's very down to earth and very clicked in. And I started chatting with her and I said, you're so fearless. How do you do it? I forget even exactly what was said, but she just really like shared like her process and how it hasn't always been easy for her. And it was not a super long conversation, but it was just a very meaningful moment with her. And that was a nice chat. And, to connect the dots, I went to go see the Mayhem tour in New York the first time around when it came, and it was fucking amazing. And I got to go backstage afterwards, the little meet and greet area, and she came out and she came over to me and we started chatting, and she's like, "Oh my God, I watched all the clips I could find of Jesus Christ Superstar with you and Cynthia Erivo." I was like, "You did?" She goes, "You're amazing. It was great." I'm like, "You watched me?" She's cool.
Yeah.
And she gets it. And she knew Jesus Christ Superstar. She's like a theater girl back in the day.
She can tell she's a theater girl.
So it was just cool that she recognized it and appreciated it and knew what it was. And it made my night that she gave me a compliment and was just so kind. And it was funny because when I did have that conversation with her, I wasn't in such a fearless place in my life. And I think I've settled into a different chapter, and I feel braver now than I've ever felt. And I feel more comfortable in my skin than I've ever felt. And I feel more able to be real. Because it's not always good. Not every day is great. And that's okay.